So this right here is a home server right now. You might have seen it in another video or two. I'm going to do a little bit of work on it today. So the big thing is there's this mess of cables right here, because I kind of swapped the power supply, but I didn't really change anything else. I just kind of shoved these wires in, because the other power supply's wires are really short, so I didn't have to worry about that. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move this fan up to the front, and it's because these drives are running really hot right now. And I don't want them running that hot. And the other thing I'm worried about temps on is this RAID card, because this heat sink on the RAID card, you can't see it, it's pretty toasty. Not really worried about CPU temps, this power supply fan sucking air up and out, and it'll slowly come out. I know the front on this case isn't vented that great. The other last thing I'm going to do is just kind of do another dust removal. There's some good amount of dust just kind of all around it. So let's get into the first thing I'm going to do, which is clean out the cables. So in order to redo the cabling, I'm going to just kind of take out this power supply and all the cables. Then I'm probably going to squeeze them all up into this area up here above this hot swap drive cage. So I'm going to start unplugging all the cables, and I'll start up the camera up again once I've taken them all out. So here's the power supply right here. It's a Seasonic 360 watt 80 plus gold. The reason I got the 80 plus gold was because I wanted the highest efficiency possible, so it's probably going to be running 24/7. So I didn't want to have to pay another little bit of extra power. I'm going to clean this buddy out. He's been running probably for like 2 years now, so I don't know if I can shove this thing in. Sometimes you can shove these in there and get a little bit. Wow, that came out. So I'm going to finish dusting this off camera and show you guys once I finish it what else is going on in this case. So now that I've actually finished off dusting it, here's a quick look on the inside of the case. You can see there's a big hole where the power supply was. I took out these cables what are normally running, and they're running out here because of the big reason that fan's pretty loud at 12 volts, so I'm running it at, I think, 7 or 5 right now, one of those two. Right now, there's a mess of SATA cables, which is going to be one of my goals right now, is to clean those cables up. These SATA spots are kind of annoying on this motherboard, but they work, so I get to live with that. Also, like, there's a USB cable right over the CPU fan, not where I want it. And here's a hot swap, so I'm going to have to clean up the cabling, and I'm going to show you what it looks like once I do a little cable cleanup. So here it is after a little cable management. It looks a little bit better. It still doesn't look fantastic, but CPU area is a lot cleaner. Next thing we're going to do is move that fan around. So here's the back fan. All of these come out by 4 little screws. It's currently plugged into the motherboard. I'm hoping the cable on it is long enough. I think it's a pretty long cable to actually run to the front of the case for better cooling. So I'm going to finish unscrewing this off camera. So here's the fan right here. Looks like some no-name fan. It's a little bit dusty, but dust doesn't really make them any worse. The only other trick here is if you take your cable and tie it into a little knot, if it's really long, it doesn't get in the way of everything. So let's pop off the front cover. In order to mount the front fan, you have to take off these front things. Typically, there's little clips all around. In this case, there seems to be one here and here. I'm probably completely blocking the view. So, but after a little bit of prying and stuff, there goes your complete view of anything. There you go, it comes right off. You can see, wow, there's a lot of dust. There's even cobwebs. This is a mess back in here. But you could see these are your 3.5-inch external drive bays, which I don't use because they were made for floppies. Don't know if any of you guys remember that. I don't. Give us a little bit of air. It's going to go up right here. I'm pretty sure, yeah, it's a 120 mil fan. So I'm going to unscrew this and do this in time lapse. Show you it done in time lapse. So that took a while, but now I actually have a fan in there. So the next thing I need to do is install a power supply and manage all the cables. So let's do that. And there you go. I finished it. The cables aren't that much better. They're still bad. Bottom's a lot cleaner. Got the fan in the front. Hopefully that'll help. I'll look at the temps. These cables are squeezed up here. You might complain about this fan's airflow, but really, it's not going to suffer that much. There's not that much air even moving through that fan anyways. gonna run this up for a little bit and see how it goes. So thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please like and subscribe. Bye.